So what are your other hobbies besides Jiu-Jitsu? So you're doing your tattoo drawing now.
Yeah.
What else do you like to get up to in your free time?
I like to go shoot guns. Shoot guns and drink whiskey. If I could do them both at the same time, that would be the best. But I'd probably shoot myself. So it's always best just to shoot guns and then go drink whiskey. So this is like my downtime to a nice way to kind of relax. On Sundays, I'll do a little bit of this or go shoot guns. Yeah, bro. Sunday is a good day. It's a good day to go shoot guns. That's what's really nice. It's like 5 minutes from the house. I can ditch the wife, or I can bring her with me. Either way, it's dangerous because if I bring her with me, she's gonna learn how to shoot my guns at me. Then I thought it's better that if she learns how to shoot the gun correctly, just in case, so then she'll kill me quicker. They sent some guy to follow me around again.
It's awesome, bro. They know the right guy to do a documentary on.
Oh yeah. I think it's for the entertainment value.
For sure. It's all gimmick, right?
Right. They know I'll do something silly or I'll fall down.
I'll definitely watch that documentary.
Oh, what are we doing here, Kurt?
I am trying to finish this little flash. It's been disapproved a few times. What's cool is that every day is like, there's techniques to everything. There's techniques to life, right? So there's techniques to how to figure out how to draw stuff. And that they'll let me sit here and suffer and toil along with my primitive caveman way, and they'll go, okay, so now let's show you how to do it. And they'll show me the right technique for doing the right art and how to balance it. And this has got to be in the foreground, the light's coming from here and shit like that. So this is like my downtime to, when I get done, I get to come over here and chill out and do art. You know, a different part of my brain turns on. But sometimes the training's so fucking ruthless, I come over here and just stare at the paper.
Right away, you know, when you meet Kurt, you feel like you've known him your whole life, and he becomes like a father figure to everybody in the academy and becomes your best friend, and he's such a good coach. I feel like once you start training with Kurt, you never leave, you know, you're gonna stay with him for life. That's why I feel like everyone feels comfortable around Kurt. You know, he's really great at teaching the positions and teaching technique, but in a way that everybody can understand. Along with the fact that Kurt, he has the ability to understand jiu-jitsu for everybody's like body type, everybody's style. You know, Kurt might only do 1 or 2 positions himself from a certain position, but he could teach somebody, you know, 100 positions from there. And especially somebody that's smaller, that maybe isn't, you know, someone the same size as Kurt. He's great at teaching and helping him out and just showing all different types of styles. Kurt asked me to start helping him teach, or start helping him learn how to draw and do a little bit of tattooing. So he comes in every day after he trains and hangs out in the back and draws tattoos. So he's been doing that for a couple years now. His drawings are getting a lot better too. The thing about Kurt is when he puts his mind to something, he figures it out. He gets obsessed with it, you know? Puts in his 1,000 hours, as he likes to say.
I'm on the beginning of my 4th year. That's pretty good, huh? Taco just started training, so I have like almost all of 7 Sons signed up and training over at Ralph Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Tomorrow, if Luke and Joey comes in, there'll be plenty of good rounds, because they are fucking really good. They're as good as their jiu-jitsu's as good as their tattooing, which is fucked up. No. Yeah. Fucker, stay here. I build them, and then they fucking come back and bite you. You know, I like to study, which is ancient history and warfare. And so at one point, I was sitting there and I'm all, man, I used to be able to draw pretty well. I was really interested in art and doing art. I should go over there and have these guys fucking show me how to do that. And so, at first I was still like training a lot, and I would go and spar on Wednesdays at Fight and Fitness with Bunkert and Numsium and Chris. Eventually Luke and Joey are like, fuck that, don't go over there and get your head fucking caved in anymore. You're not doing any more MMA. It's unnecessary damage to yourself. Why don't you just come over here and put a little bit more time into learning how to do this. Really cool because my little progress, you see, just like Jiu-Jitsu, it's not a lot of progress, but from the beginning of what I started to draw to now is a big difference. This is just like exercise, right? This is like just drilling. You know, these guys, it's like having 8 black belts at my disposal.
So what's going on here, Kurt?
Sterilizing the playing field. I have probably over 300 students here, and like as soon as, what the problem is sometimes you got new people and they come in and you see something on them and you're like, hey, what's that? And they're like, I don't know, it really itches. And I'm like, get the fuck off the mat. I mean, the thing is even if my guys are doing it, I'll like make sure that they're doing it just like I do it. And you have to keep continuity, right? And that's the way you get the best results. Just like when you're drilling. I'm drilling my move slow, totally correct, and then as I do it more and more often, the move will be correct every time. Same thing with this. Like today I came in, first thing I did, gave the 7 a.m., those guys left, did the whole back area bathrooms. So the bathrooms are fucking clean, okay, fine. But if I let all the dirty people into the bathroom, then we're just tracking it in and out again. So once the bathroom's clean, then I clean outwards. And then everything stops here. So then you keep all the germs over here in this area, and then everybody can grab a pair of flip-flops, which I ask everybody to get your own flip-flops, and you can flip-flop in and out of here, whatever. Every now and then you get fucking stupid asshole fucking homeless come in here and walk on the mats with their shoes and shit, and then I have to sterilize the whole place. But otherwise this place is clean, man. I have to have it. Just like my D's are clean, my academy's clean, I am clean, my hair is clean. This is Zeke and this is Jalen. They're my students that go to school here, close to the academy. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so they make it to school, to Jiu-Jitsu on time, their moms have put me as what, secondary, what am I?
Like pick us up.
Pick us up, I'm allowed to pick them up, so they make it to Jiu-Jitsu on time. And now we'll go back to the academy, they'll do some homework, and then they can play, and then we'll do Jiu-Jitsu.
How do you like Jiu-Jitsu?
Oh, I love it. It's pretty much the only sport I can do.
How about you?
I like it. It's cool. And it's really fun to do it.
Go ahead, hey, go ahead, put your socks in your shoes and put your shoes in the rack, and then come over here to me and I will get you beat up, my friend.
You should let me know their name because I need to.
Dr. Jennifer. I will get a belt and put it on you. Let me see if this is going to cover your belly. That will. What do you got in there, man? What do you got? Hang on. All right, and I don't think these pants will fit you. Pants. No, jump, man. Wake up here. Jump up here and jump in these pants. No, I'm joking. Here. Go.
On the phone.
Ezra, how old are you?
6.
Do you want to live till you're 7? I was being a total fuck up, and so I had just gotten out of a bad marriage also, and I needed something to distract me. And I was always an athlete, but I deviated from the course, and then when I found Jiu-Jitsu, it was just it was a cool sport, and I totally dedicated myself to it. It got me out of bad stuff that I was doing. I was fucking partying way too much, and I found that if you partied a lot, you couldn't make it to jiu-jitsu class. And then you would fall behind and get your ass handed to you. So then that was it. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go out on Friday nights anymore. And then that was it. Started training every day, all day.
October 4th?
Stay here, stay here.
So is it
Don't move.
October 4th yet?
I'm afraid you'll hurt yourself if you move.
No, I know. 4th yet, bud?
I've had to like taper it back a little bit the past 2 years. I'll go hard one day and then half on the other day so I can recuperate, because I don't recuperate as fast anymore. It really gets frustrating when you can't just like make some power or something. It's just not there anymore. So it's better to save it up and build it up and then expend it on the other day. Scooting, scooting. More, use your feet on the floor. What, you gonna die? You ain't gonna die, boy. Push, push with your arms, use your arm power.
I never seen this.
Okay, other side, go, go. What did your parents do to you? They just fed you Cheetos and Coca-Cola. Yeah, scoot, scoot, scoot your butt out, scoot. The byproduct of some guys, and this is not true for I'm sure a lot of people. It doesn't, just because you're a black belt doesn't mean you're a good person. I'm really fortunate that I have 300 plus students here that are all really cool. I'm very hard to get along with if you are a dick. You're not gonna like to be around me. And so that keeps my place. The guys that have attitude, they don't last. They won't last here. And the tribe here will figure that out really quick too. They'll be like, no, this guy's a fucking dick, you know? You don't want to be a dickhead in academy, that everybody's gonna fucking break it off on you. They don't last. Like I said, they come in here full of attitude. I'll put you with a fucking girl, 120 pounds, and she'll choke the shit out of you. And then they're out of here. Buy my water bottle! Where'd that boy go? Hey, you guys, 4 times. How you guys? 4 times. Go, boy, scoot.
They're done.
Get up and walk around. Let's go, boy. Youth of today. Each class, I'll have to show the move, you know, 3-4 times, and then fucking help the stupid people and do it 3 more times for them, and go to another pair and show them again, and over again. By the time it's the end of the week, I'm doing that attack specifically during my training to the guys I taught it to show them that it works, right? To reinforce it. And they're like, holy shit, the best time to do the move of the week is that week. Is the guy is gonna he knows the move, so he's gonna defend it. So you're gonna even have to make it more tricky or more accurate to get it to get it to go. Go, Pierce, go. Here's the brochure. I have 1 to 2 times a week per month is 120. 3 times to unlimited is 180. No problem. You want to have a seat and watch the class? Sure. Oh man, that's exactly what I'm doing. Like what I tell all my students is the main goal is not just for me to teach you how to do jiu-jitsu. That's not my goal at all. Especially if you come in here with some personal problems or stuff like that. It's like, man, I'm trying to make you a good human, figure out your life or how to fix your problem, which could be anything, and teach you jiu-jitsu. I think that the jiu-jitsu definitely puts order in a disorder of your life, and for some people like myself, it changes your life. Exactly, that's what happens, is like they come in here, they're kind of fat and lazy and lame, and then they get in shape, they start to feel good, they look better, they get confident, they get better chicks, and you know, that fixes you right there. You know, confidence is everything. And once you're confident, you start to believe in yourself, and then you can do anything. That's what jiu-jitsu did for me. I'm like, I can do anything. If I can make it through this shit, which was fucking hell, I can do anything. You just want to go to bed? Up. Inner city parents who are low income, they don't know what diet and exercise is. That was not a part. Their part of their life was like, you can only imagine, very dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? We obviously had very good parents. My dad's a super athlete, so I grew up with athleticism and diet and nutrition and ethics and morals and all that shit. But a lot of these kids, you know, they're the generation of computer and iPhone. They fucking just walk around fat and eat shit. Nice and straight. The only kid with really cool hair. Fear creates discipline. If they don't fear nothing, they won't do shit. I don't know how other schools do it without a stick, but here we do it with a stick. And as the people get larger, so does my stick. Over in the other room, I have a shinai, and I hit you guys with that. I started in '93, kind of fucking around, but then when I really started counting, when I started getting serious, was when I turned 28. And I got my black belt in 2003. I was, I believe, 37. I've been a teacher for health here in San Francisco since 1998. So what's that, 13 years? Yeah. So since 1998, when it first started out, and there was like, we were lucky, there were 6 guys on the mat, and then it's built up and built up and grew and grew. And now it is what it is today. You know, you don't never know who's gonna make it through. You just don't know. The percentages of dropout is just incredible with jiu-jitsu. It takes a certain kind of person. It'll weed out the guy with a bad ego right away, because he won't be able to take what you got. You got to be able to give it as good as well as get it. You know that. What I notice is a lot of jiu-jitsu helps people really a lot, and what I do for a lot of the guys is they come in, they're fucking really young, and they just look like shit. And so we get them in shape, we get them confident, feeling good. Pretty soon this guy goes out and bags a hot chick, and then he stops doing jiu-jitsu, which is the mistake right there, to quit your jiu-jitsu. And pretty soon, you know, the chicks will come and go, but jiu-jitsu's always there. You know, pretty soon he'll come back, he'll be fat again, and sad because he lost the girlfriend. Then we'll get him back in the mix again, and they usually learn their lesson. But yeah, the dropout rate is huge in jiu-jitsu. I had such access to such great training partners. There was like, it was crazy. That's what I attribute pretty much my success to. What? That's
uncomfortable on my collarbone.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be, bro. I'm sorry, this is not a comfort sport, right? It's just that if you're not comfortable in jiu-jitsu, if you're comfortable in jiu-jitsu, you're doing the wrong fucking shit. So here, the guy usually will want to do a upa, but if I'm hanging out over here, see, look, he doesn't get his upa because I'm doing a forearm pressure here, so he cannot do a bridge. And I got my hips sagged down into his hips. Okay, if I want, I can grapevine through, but I like to cross my feet and put my pelvis forward. When I'm ready, I'm gonna come here and push this across and trap it with my chest. Okay? Then, so he doesn't move away from me, this little palm down with my elbow in his ear. And then if it was the enemy, I pull his head towards me and be a prick, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put all my hand weight right here, I'm gonna slide up and continue to hold his head the whole time. Here, I'm looking either at the arm or the choke, but in this case, he does double coverage because he doesn't want his lower arm to be arm locked. okay? I'm gonna let go, I'm gonna take this hand, I'm gonna come through and come here. See, I'm gonna grab like a hook, okay? Monkey hand. I'm gonna pull it towards me, I'm gonna take my hand out. I'm gonna put it right here, and then look, I go hips up, turn, shave, leg over, and finish with the arm lock. Jiu-Jitsu was really new on the scene here in the United States when I started, and guys would come in and want to prove Jiu-Jitsu wrong. You know, wrestlers, judo guys, sambo guys, everybody with their own, how would you say, their faith against our faith, you know, and then it'd be like, no, Alf would be like, no, smash this guy, scramble him like eggs, and then fucking pass them along to your next partner, you know. There's no trap, I was just going nice and slow. Yeah, I'm trying to do a really slow, smart game.
Yeah.
And sometimes I fall in their game. You know, they start going hard, make power, and I go, yes, yes, I will make power. Then I go, oh shit, that's right, I'm tired. We started fighting MMA, and that was like 5 years ago. And we had a really good MMA team training together, and I had, like, just by luck, created a really good competition team because of what Half had taught me. I started doing MMA because Half is a Pujada black belt. He's a fighting black belt. More, you know, not like, he's definitely super good at gi jiu-jitsu, but he is a fighter. And so when I got my black belt, I go, okay, cool, now I can start doing something else. So I started doing Muay Thai with Chris Carriazo over at Fight and Fitness to get my hands. And he's like, hey, you teach me jiu-jitsu and I'll teach you this. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's the deal. Little did I know that was just gonna be more damage to your body. But I was only gonna do one fight. And they're like, no, Kurt, you gotta keep going, you have inertia. I was like, look, I'm 47, I'm not Randy Couture, and I'm good, you know? And I acquired a lot of knowledge, and I was always really fortunate because Half was my teacher, and he always taught me about fighting. You will not be going upside down unless you wish to be punched downwards at. There's something that Carlson Gracie used to say. He goes, yeah, the guy's a black belt. But you punch him once, all of a sudden, you know, the guy's a black belt. Oh, you punch him once, he's a brown belt. Punch him a couple more times, he's a purple belt. You kick the fuck out of him, all of a sudden he's a blue belt. Next thing you know, he's a white belt giving his back and getting choked. And so I have lots of information from him on how to fight, and I gained a lot of information by myself fighting and my guys fighting. And that was the whole experience about MMA. I like the guys that come in and act all tough and they go, hey, you guys do MMA in here? And I laugh my ass off inside, but not in their face yet. Not yet. And then I go, you guys do MMA? And I'm like, yeah, we do MMA. And he's like, I wanna train with one of your guys. I'm like, all right. So you can tell this guy's already a fucking knuckle tunnel. So what I like to do is I'll go, yeah, hand him a gi and everything, and please make yourself at home, go down, get changed. And then I go over and I talk to one of my girls. I go, I'm gonna put you to train with this guy. He's probably gonna make a lot of force and be a little bit brutal, but you're gonna fucking choke him. And they're like, okay, okay. So sure enough, the big tough guy comes back out of the bathroom. I go, okay, we're gonna spar now. Why don't you go over there, go with one of my girls over there. Go with so-and-so or so-and-so, or whichever one of my girls you want, right? And the guy's like, you know, you can see already, he's like, okay, I'm just gonna crush this girl. Bro, my favorite thing is to watch like a 110, 120 girl just rape a really big, strong guy. And then you know your jiu-jitsu is good, you know? Then you know that you did something right. And what's best is I look over there and you can see my girl fucking on top of the guy, fucking choking him and smiling.
Only works keyless. A lot of friction. You ever watch Animal Planet? Yes, sir. Hence the name of the move.
What a tattoo then?
I do a move called Animal Planet. So I saw this boa choking like a possum, and every time the possum would breathe in, he'd go. So I wait on your respiration, and I slowly start to compact your lung capacity.
Must feel good.
No. That's what happened is I started to get like a partial sponsorship, and then all of a sudden I started getting more traffic for my move of the week, and then all of a sudden everybody was calling me for something or other, you know, and it took off really, really nicely after that. I didn't realize that that was gonna be a super boost. After that, then the rest is history, as they say now. I'm pretty recognized by a lot of the BJJ people. What's really cool is the people that saw me as a white belt, blue belt, purple belt, you know, saw me through all these years, you know, they're like, Kurt, that's so cool that finally, you know, all this time it has paid off for you. So that's why I like it. It's really cool to see like people who I looked up to and are like my jiu-jitsu heroes and stuff like that are just like, Kurt, that was the funniest thing I ever saw you do on camera, and I'm like, that's cool. So that's the reaction I really want. Is a lot of people are doing moves and stuff like that, but I think that if you're a little bit more real and you let people see that you are a crazy motherfucker, they like that. And if you don't fucking look. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always say. If you don't like it that I fucking do this, you don't gotta look. The same thing goes for anything else on TV or in the movies. It's like people will get all their panties in a bunch and fucking want to protest and shit like that. It's like, hey, don't fucking look at it, you don't like it. Absolutely, I wanted to make it fun and entertaining. And I had a great idea for all kinds of skits and stuff like that, and they're like, whoa, Kurt, you can't do that, that's gonna offend a bunch of people. I'm all, yeah, but it's gonna be really funny. And they're like, no, you're not doing your crazy skit about this, you're not gonna do the crazy skit about that. And I had some really good ideas. But I started to do a DVD with my guys who filmed Movie of the Week, Brisham and John, and that's in the can somewhere. It's pretty funny though, you know, but we'll see what happens next, what I'm gonna do. I got a drawer. They let me move in. I mean, I really want to go international with it, but the United States is so big and I haven't seen any of it. So it's been really cool, like going to North Carolina, to Arizona, Colorado. Everybody's the same, man. If you're cool and you're doing jiu-jitsu, everybody's the same. I have yet to meet one bad person. And that's really kind of says a lot. With, you know, I hear about bad people, but luckily I don't run into them. 4, 5, 6, 7. And now it's been really, really good, but like for the past 2 years, now I'm starting to feel the miles. So I have to modify my training, which really sucks. I've got a lot of students and they all want to roll with me for different reasons. A lot of times they're always just gonna check
They're just checking. They say, hey, I think today I can get Kurt. And sometimes Kurt gets God. And that's the game. Everybody gets God.
Or is it, what is it?
I was gonna try to bambola you, boy. Your balls deep. With wet diamonds.
Harder than a wet diamond. Thank you very much.
Oh, guys, what the fuck? Run! Get over there, faggot! I can say that word. Always, it's always for the better. It's never for the worse. Like I said, a lot of the guys, they're in bad shape or they lack confidence, and I think that makes a big difference in everything, in your business life, in your structure of life. You start to have a strategy for life. For guys that were kind of like fuck ups like me, it really made a difference on how I am dealt with stuff. And it made me deal with stuff better. It made me grow up. It is 7:07 in the AM on Friday morning, the last day of hard training for me. And this is the time where I look up and contact people who are coming into town, who want to do privates with me, and look and see what crazy creatures have appeared on our planet. And that's my favorite thing. It's like the other day they were all, oh, dinosaur hatches in Germany, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to see this. The way I always explain Jiu-Jitsu is kind of like, it's a fungus. And it just mutates every time somebody adds to it, right? A while ago, the big thing was half guard, right? It was popular for a while. Then, all of a sudden, the popular thing, oh, it's 50-50. It's just like fads for clothes, you know what I'm saying? The same thing happens with Jiu-Jitsu. The bottom line is the guys with really fucking good Jiu-Jitsu are gonna be good with the basics. What I always tell my guys is you're gonna make points if you're trying to tap the guy. That's like the byproduct of trying to tap the guy. There should be no reason just to make points or an advantage to win. And I see other coaches doing the exact opposite, but that's their style. That's not our style. A lot of people come here and they're like, man, your guys are, what's wrong with them? They're really aggressive. Well, that's just the way it is. The acceleration of information is what changed Jiu-Jitsu, because we, in the beginning, we didn't have computers, YouTube, DVDs, all this information. The only thing now is my little kids are crazy. They're already doing stuff that I'm just learning. They already know it. I think in the future you're going to get guys getting promoted rather quickly, or what you're going to see is you're going to see white belts doing what black belts do already, and really well. And yeah, the evolution is just the evolution is just getting faster for the fighters, especially the dedicated guys who put in the time. It's so fucking gay. He's fucking got a sweatshirt on like a human. I'm like, bro, he's not a little human. He doesn't need a fucking sweatshirt. Stop dressing my dog up. But you see all kinds of people do that. There's this one guy walks by every day and his fucking chihuahua's got a different fucking outfit for every day. Yes, exactly. Fuck that, dress your dog. I always
thought to myself as I was teaching, and I was like, there's a lot of instructors that like hold back information or don't develop their students to the full potential so that they can lord over them. And I always thought that was just like kind of stupid. And my goal is to always make my students better than me. You know, I want to see these guys get better than me and go to their full potential and win shit. That's gonna make me look good too. But yeah, you know, you're raising snakes and then they bite you, and that's the way it is in jiu-jitsu. Man, now that's why I do so well. That's why I've done so well my whole time that I've competed and I win stuff and I do well at this, is because I have really great training partners that push me like nothing else ever, and I can't thank them enough to be also my students. So it's fucking tough. This is a tough playground here. So then, and so then,
What is this?
this is the new. You haven't seen this?
No, I haven't tried this one
Oh,
yet.
this one's fucking good. I mixed this with the launch fuel, and it's tasty. It's like Tang. Oh, you're too young to remember that.
I'm still on the launch fuel.
The launch fuel with the Warrior Orange. That's what Bill told me to do, and I like it. It tastes really good. My fingers are shot from too much jiu-jitsu. I went and visited my dad, and I was sitting there talking to him at the kitchen table, and I reached out and put my hand on the table.
Let's have a look at it. You got carrot fingers, right?
Yeah, and needless to say, he looked at me and he goes, "That's gonna hurt later." And I was like, "What?" He goes, your hands." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's a professional athlete, and he was like, "You better save something for later." And I'm all, "Did you save something for later?" And he's like, "No." And I'm all, "What do you think I'm gonna do?" And he goes, "I know, it's impossible. You know, especially if you're a serious athlete, and you just have to adapt." A lot of guys are like, "Oh, I have to stop training." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Oh, I hurt my finger." I'm like, fuck, bro. I don't stop for a finger. I hurt my arm. I hurt my shoulder. I'm like, "All right. So put your fucking other arm in your belt and train one arm." And they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, really? You want to make your guard good? Train with no fucking hands. You're gonna get a good guard." I think success to me is positive feedback from everybody. That's what I think the best reward is. I fucking like that everybody that I meet throughout the United States and all the tournaments and everything are fucking really cool people. I haven't had like anybody come up to be like, "I fucking hate you, you're an asshole," or anything, which is really good. I don't want that. Don't fucking do it. And so that's the best reward. It's just that I meet a lot of really nice people. I can't work at nightclubs anymore. My wife won't let me. I'm gonna stay on the mats for as long as possible, and I'll probably teach until you find me here, laying here dead in my gi. Tournaments are cool. I like to go to them, but I want something even cooler. I'm gonna have fucking like mini tattoo convention with jiu-jitsu and a half pipe with a fucking metal band. You know, so eventually it's gonna end up like that. It's gonna be like a cool thing to go for everybody, not just the people who want to do jiu-jitsu, not just the people who watch jiu-jitsu. It's gonna be like, "Oh, let's go to that fucking cool thing. We can watch people fight, see a band, hang out." You know, I want it to be like that, like fucking X Games, jiu-jitsu X Games, right? I can't work at nightclubs anymore. My wife won't let me.
Would you do something like Metamoris for?
Are they gonna find another old guy?
I don't know.
I don't think people would want to see that, bro. Nobody would want to see that. It's like, and now we have the fight of two old guys. Nah, people are not gonna pay to see that. We can get together at Master Senior Worlds and fucking battle it out, you know? Transvestites.
Where?
This is the fucking road of transvestites. You guys don't know that.
Outside?
Outside.
I'm used to that. I'm from Thailand.
Dude, that's true. You fucking were living in Thailand. That's fucking
used to that
ladyboy
shit.
land, right? Well, let me tell you about it. You guys got ladyboys that look actually like ladies. These motherfuckers look like fucking basketball players. And they walk by and they look in here and they're like, I'm so cute. And all you little dainty flower, you. They're fucking huge.
Yeah, talk about I sound funny, don't I?
Yeah. You're Australian.
No. Yes. No.
Try again.
Try again. Where am I from?
Brazilian?
No.
Brazilians?
Brazilian.
Brazilians sound like that?
Sweden?
Sweden. You're
Man,
both
you guys-
way off.
You can tell these are-
Paris?
You can tell these are city kids now, can't you? What country is he from?
Paris.
What country did we have to fight to win the revolution?
I have-
Independence of the United States.
German.
No, not the Germans.
Wait,
These
I
are
think it
obviously
says
my
it on his
stupid
shirt.
children.
I think it says it on his shirt. I think it says.
No, it doesn't say it on his shirt. England, you guys, England.
UK.
God.
Great
damn.
Britain. I don't know
God,
yet.
I'm going to
Not
beat you.
yet.
Oh yeah, I fucking cook good.
Tell
And
us
you-
about it.
Bro, cooking gets you laid. With somebody came in here and I'd say, hey, how you doing? I was training. How's it going? Okay, and it was a girl. So, oh yeah, I'm originally from here, but I was training in Brooklyn, and now I'm back here. What do you guys got going on here? And I go, okay, well, this, that, you know, I got this and everything, and got classes all day. And then she goes, well, what about the just beginning classes with all the beginners together? I'm like, I don't do that shit. That's a bunch of faggot shit. I don't do that. And she like went, she had that look like that, and she stood up. She goes, I can't believe you used the F word. And I'm like, you know, and she's got up and left. And shortly thereafter, I got a fucking phone call, and it was from Yelp. And they're like, yeah, this is so-and-so, and we have to report that you've had a complaint. And I'm like, okay, and what do you want to do? We need to talk to your supervisor. And I'm like, okay, well, no problem. You guys can talk to him, but I don't think he's going to give a fuck. You know? And sure enough, Half came in and goes, dude, that person was on there and put a bad review about you saying the fag word. And I'm like, I told you. So before that came out, Half came in and I told him, I go, Half, there might be a thing there that I said the fag word, and it might be get a complaint or something. And he was like, fuck them. Well, I'm gonna fucking do whatever the fuck I want here, motherfucker. You know? So he's got my back, so it's pretty cool.